You're the three-eyed raven.
I've been many things. Now, I am what you see.
My brother, he led us to you, and now
He knew what would happen. From the moment he left, he knew, and he went anyway.
How do you know?
I've been watching you. All of you. All of your lives. With 1,000 eyes and one. Now you've come to me at last, Brandon Stark. Though the hour is late.
I didn't want anyone to die for me.
He died so you could find what you have lost.
You're going to help me walk again.
You'll never walk again. But you will fly.
Hey guys, Peugeot here and welcome to another video. Today we will be reviewing the newly added commander, the Three-Eyed Raven, also known as Brynden Rivers, the guy that passed the mantle to Bran Stark to become the next Green Seer. So today we will go over the commander and we will talk over the stats and the usability and how you can best take advantage of that great commander. First of all, how to obtain the commander. This is what we're gonna talk about. As with every commander that has been added recently, there will be a wheel for 3 days, and as you can see, you will be able to just spin, and it will cost you around 40,000 up to 45,000 to fully max the commander. We will also like to go through the tavern of that commander, and as you can see, this is what the tavern will be. We get aptitude, which is 5 stars, finance 5 stars, and combat rate 4 stars. When you upgrade the commander above 2 stars, you will get aptitude 6, finance 6, and combat rate 5, which is another 400 points to your combat rate. So that's about the tavern of this commander. And next we are going to look at how the commander behaves and the stats. Now this is him, the Three-Eyed Raven, and first we will look at the specialization. As you can see, it's a bow commander, but he's not gonna be helping bowmen in a specific synergy. It's gonna be like the Night King, because this Three-Eyed Raven is of the same rank as the Night King, rank 22, which is the highest rank we have for any commander. And it used to be only the Night King until now, but now we get the Three-Eyed Raven as well, which is like the arch enemy of the Night King. And the interesting thing here is that the stats are passive. Firstly, we get global defense. This is the first time this is added to any commander. The immediate effect is that you get 20% total defense, and this is active whether he is deployed with the army or sitting at home in the castle. You have this 20%. The second thing is 20% total attack, again passive. And the third thing is that the Three-Eyed Raven reduces the damage taken by the entire army by 5%, and this remains active after unlocking the commander. All of these 3 stats are passive, meaning that you can max the commander and you get all of these bonuses when you fight, which is absolutely amazing. 5% is quite a bit, and he doesn't even need to be deployed. Big thumbs up here, I like this very much. The second thing, we are going to look at the guard skills and whether the commander will be useful in the Werewood Memories, in the Rebel Leader fights, and also in the bounty fights. So the first skill that we can see is Time Stagnation. The Three-Eyed Raven initiates time stasis all enemy commanders are unable to move for 3 seconds. What does this mean? Unable to move indicates that they stop attacking. If they stop attacking, they stop generating rage. If they don't generate rage, it's gonna take them a lot longer to cast their skills. So this can be huge in the training grounds, in my opinion, because if you freeze the entire enemy march, you can kill them way faster than they can kill you. You can also combine this with commanders like Obien, that actually increases the regeneration of rage, and also Marjorie. So this way he can cast this skill more times, basically destabilizing the whole enemy march and giving you easy victory. The second skill is that whenever any of our commanders use a skill, they will gain 3136 points of shield. Now this is not huge, but it adds up, because the more your commanders are casting active skills, the more shields they're gonna get, so this adds to their survivability. So I can see this again having great use in the training grounds, not so much against the bounty or the rebel leaders or the werewood, but I see this as a very good skill in the training grounds. The third thing is the historical revelation. The Three-Eyed Raven gains insights from history, reducing all damage taken by 30%. Now, as much as we would like this to be applied to all of our commanders that are in the march, it's gonna be only to the Three-Eyed Raven, but still 30% reduced damage can mean that he can actually tank. Even though he's an attacking commander, you can put him as tank or as a second tank, and this will allow him to survive way longer while he's actually crowd controlling the enemy commanders. And lastly, we have the Eye of Fate, which means that the Three-Eyed Raven opens the Eye of Destiny. The might recovery speed of all of our commanders is increased by 20, meaning 20%. You get 20% faster recovery. So this includes him. So imagine you put Marjorie and Obien in the same setup. This means that he's gonna cast that immobilization on the enemy commanders way more frequently, and for the moment I see this as a very overpowered skill, but we'll see how this 3-second stun is going to play out. We just need to test the commander and we'll share more. Then let's look into the awakening of the Three-Eyed Raven. Now here is where it gets interesting. Once the commander is 4 stars, what happens? Here it says that he rewrites destiny, meaning that regardless of whether the Three-Eyed Raven goes on the battlefield, you deploy him or you keep him at home, really doesn't matter. He will rewrite the fate of our soldiers. At the end of any fight, meaning PvP scenario, glorious battle, and so on, then 10% of the troops that die will be resurrected, and also 10% of the soldiers who enter the hospital will return to the barracks as if nothing happened. Where is this going to be helpful? I'll tell you where. The glorious battle. Because imagine you're a strong player, you go in the glorious battle, you kill 20, 30, 50, 100 marches of enemies. Even though you're gonna be losing resilience, you're not gonna be losing as much army, because 10% of the soldiers that you lose will be resurrected, and 10% of the wounded will also be automatically healed. So this is gonna have huge application in the glorious battle, and the glorious battle is just 1 week away, meaning that this is a very well calculated addition of this commander, because the strongest player in this game will immediately buy this commander right now, so they can have him for the glorious battle, meaning that whoever is right now very strong is gonna get much stronger in those fights, and basically lose less resources in the process, as less troops will have to be healed or retrained. So that's amazing. And lastly, we are going to look at the strategic application of the Three-Eyed Raven in the RTS events, which is the Siege of Winterfell, the All-Out War, and the Lost Realm. So it's a total commander, 120% totals, like every other total commander, nothing out of the ordinary. But then what do we get? We see that the rage of your own troops within a circular area up to 3 targets recovers by 200 points. So what this means is that this commander goes into your support march. This is not supposed to be used by players who play alone, but players that play in a group with other players. So imagine if everybody in your alliance has the Three-Eyed Raven and they are playing in a big bow of death clumped up, then the more they are fighting, the more casts of this skill will happen. And imagine this on an area effect where all of the troops in your big bow of death are recovering rage much faster, casting skills much faster, pretty much melting the enemy right away. So this is going to increase the damage output of our army as long as we have many people with the Three-Eyed Raven in their support march, and this way it's gonna be a massacre. Then let's keep reading. The whole army attack increases by 600% for 5 seconds. So this is still part of the same skill. So not only your rage recovers faster for you and your allied marches, but also your attack goes up. So this is an absolute must-have commander in Siege of Winterfell in your third march, because this way you are going to be helping your marches and also the marches of your companions, making you an unstoppable army. And as every premium commander, there is a special passive skill below, so let's read it. When the commander marches with the troops, the whole army's defense increases by 300% and the whole army's health increases by 300%. Very solid commander. He's gonna need to be in every march and we need to buy him and max him as fast as possible. So guys, if you like the commander, go ahead and get him, or you can also slow grind him when he is added in packs. I'm guessing it's gonna be a very similar situation to the Night King, but time will tell. Let me know what you think about him, write it in the comments, and I'll see you on the next one.